just being able to connect with people and know that the work that we're doing, yes, of course, it changes the trajectory of an entire family's life, but also that it's bigger than that, and that, you know, other people are connecting to these projects and using the decisions we're making and the mistakes that we're making and all the different, you know, just the connections that are being made. It's really cool.
What's up, everyone? Tanya here with PopCulture.com, and I'm so happy to welcome beloved home renovator and designer Jasmine Roth, who is gearing up for her third season of the HGTV series Help, I Wreck My House. Jasmine, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me. Oh my gosh, third season. Woo!
I know, season 3, we're so excited. So, you know, before we get into it, I know that you've been keeping fans busy with social media and all the things you've had, you know, with your daughter also. She just turned 2. You know, like, what's it been like having a little quarantine baby? Like, I know you guys are traveling and she's very good with travel so far, we've been seeing. Like, how's that going?
I think, you know, nobody knew what to expect, especially my husband and I were like, we don't know. Obviously, we didn't mean to have a baby during a pandemic. And so, we had her 1 month into the pandemic. A few things that I think have really helped. She started school. So she goes to Montessori school 3 mornings a week. And that's really helped. Of course, she had to start school like 3 weeks into me filming this season. Yeah. So that was a juggle and just a change, I'll say. Yeah. And then also just being able to travel and be out and about as much as possible has made a huge difference. She got to go to Europe for the first time, which means we got to go to Europe for the first time in a few years, which was amazing. And just being able to have those new experiences has been great. And she's been coming on set with me sometimes too. Once the dust settles, I don't bring her there when it's like really loud or really dusty. But she does love to come see and like look in the windows. She'll be like, "Oh, Mama broke it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I broke it." And then she's like, "Oh, we're gonna build it back." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna build it back together." So
that's so cute. So has she been showing like little traits of like mom's like renovating passion and design?
Oh my gosh, she's obsessed. It's so cute. And I'm not like pushing it on her. It's one of those things that like, I think no matter what, like as a 2-year-old, whatever you're around, you're gonna pick up on. But she definitely surprises me sometimes where she's like, she definitely is interested in it. She's really good about like putting her toys away and that kind of stuff because she sees me always like moving things and all of that. And she's down to move things around, hang things on the wall. And I think, you know, this is like the cutest thing ever, but I'm definitely, in her mind, I can do anything.
It's always so nice. It's so great. And you're like super mom, like you're superhero to her all the time. So, you know, I know that last year we were celebrating your first book, which is right behind me. And now you've got the online shop, which is inspired by themes of your shows, and it's so cheery and sunny, and it's called The Shop. So what made you want to create an apparel collection to kind of coincide with like the stuff we see on TV and with your attitude on, you know, all these renovations?
Well, there's actually 2 reasons. So one, people were asking for it, like left and right. Everybody's like, "Hey, can I like, you know, get one of those hats? Because they saw me wearing things and they're like, can I, you know, that surf cap's so cool. Like I saw you wearing it at the pool. Can I have one?" So I was like, yeah, we should sell this. But also it is to do 11 houses in 4 months is a lot of work. And I'm not going to lie, I needed a uniform. Like I've always worn construction clothes that are like pretty similar. Like I'll throw on like a gray t-shirt and jeans, my socks, my work boots, and I go to work because I get up super early. I don't have time to be like, you know, when you're working on a project and you're really like focused on that, fashion, it's not that you don't have time for fashion, but like you need clothes that are functional. You need things you can just like a sweatshirt you can throw on that, you know, is super cute and you're going to enjoy, and that you don't feel, you know, like you don't feel frumpy in it. But at the same time, you need to be able to like work. And so this year I was like, you know what? I'm wearing a uniform. And so everything that I wore on the show, I decided to sell. So it's all available for sale.
That's amazing. I know that fans are going to love it so much, and they're going to love it just as much as the new season of Help, I Wreck My House, which drops August 27th on HGTV, and then it streams concurrently on Discovery Plus with new episodes weekly. So, you know, what can fans expect from the renos this year compared to last? Because I was watching the premiere, and it's like, this was a really good episode. Like, it's such a big space. I loved it. And there's so much I feel like there's a lot now coming up this season with the way that one was like such a big build.
Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, you have to figure this is season 3. So people know the show, people are familiar, and all of the people that are unfortunately out there wrecking their houses, which it happens. People just get in over their heads. They're reaching out and they're saying like, help, we wrecked our house. Can you please help us? So we were able to, I mean, I wish I could do everybody's renovations, but the ones that the families and the houses that we chose were folks that like we literally couldn't say no to. So these are big wrecks. They are big renovations and they're really big transformations.
Yeah. And like, let's talk about this first house in the premiere episode. It was beautiful. I loved the way it turned out. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but like, it was such a big space and it was so much potential to work with. So did you come across any major challenges either in that episode or even upcoming episodes? Because I felt like there was like a little, like we would have like nice little pockets of like, oh, this is going well. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, this broke down. And so like, what happened this season?
Well, okay. There's something I tell my team every single day. Literally, it comes up at least once a day. If not, I say it 5 to 10 times a day.
Yeah.
If this was easy, everybody would do it. And what I mean by that is construction is hard. If construction was easy, if it was by the book, everybody would do it because it would be the easiest job in the world. And when things are going great, they go great and it's wonderful and it's fun. But that's not what my job is. My job is dealing with all the things that don't go great and that don't go as expected. And there's a lot of those things. And it, inevitably, in any renovation, that's going to happen. But then you walk into a renovation that's already halfway done, that already has, you know, kind of the cards stacked against it because you've had somebody in there for an extended period of time who doesn't know what they're doing. I have to come in there and not only fix the house, but I have to fix all the things that that person has done to their house leading up to that. And that's a big part of the challenge. I will say in this premiere episode, so there were a few houses I did this season. They're just single guys. And they decided to take on these huge home renovation projects on their own. And I love being able to have them as clients because it's a different relationship than working with, say, a family or a couple. And so, Steve in the premiere episode was the sweetest guy. I feel like, you know, if he doesn't already have a partner, I think that this premiere is going to, you know, he's going to be in a relationship because America's going to see him and be like, where is Steve? We need Steve.
Right. They're going to be like,
he's so, and I think, you know, he embodies what he was doing for his family was so amazing, right? He took over a multi-generational home that nobody else in his family really wanted to deal with. And he was like, I'm going to do it. And he was ambitious and he was excited. And then the project just completely just flatlined because he didn't know what he was doing. And so I think, you know, being able to come in and help him get the project back on track, get excited, like he needed to be excited about the project again, and kind of take his life to the next level, right? He needed to move into this house and live there. And he was so cute. But I think that viewers are really going to appreciate, the size of the project and also some of these stories. They're really interesting stories.
Yeah. And, you know, as if like my love for HGTV wasn't already spelled out and like, I'm a huge architecture and design fan. Like I love the mid-century vibe on this home. And, you know, that got me thinking about like all your designs and everything that you kind of construct and stuff. And I'm wondering after the obvious discussions with homeowners, like what goes into executing that design style and getting that vibe down?
Oh my gosh, can I even tell you so much?
Yeah, I can imagine.
So many details. I think, you know, understanding the homeowner's design style is obviously where it all starts because I can do renovations all day, but if I do a renovation for someone who doesn't love it, then that's not a win. And so I want to make sure that, you know, my clients are happy. They hand over their house. I kick them out. They give me the keys. They give me their life savings and they don't come back until it's done. And so that's a big responsibility that I take really seriously. And so managing the design, managing the budget, trying to figure out the best possible outcome with the least amount of money spent is always the challenge. But yeah, I think, you know, California casual is my personal design aesthetic, but that can go a lot of different ways. And I'm excited because this season we take it a lot of different ways. We do that mid-century house. We do some other really interesting design styles that I think people are going to gravitate towards. Some of our homes are a little bit more traditional. We do another California Cape Cod, which is the first house I ever did was a California Cape Cod. So I was really excited to go back to that. So I think just figuring out the design style and then sticking to it. And that's the hardest thing, right? Even as designers, we have trouble sticking to a design style from the very beginning to the very end of the project.
Yeah, no, I can imagine, because it's like, it's a part of like your baby, basically. Like you're making like something that is you're proud of, and you just want it, everybody to be happy about it. So obviously it's a lot, and I'm sure it also takes an emotional toll on you too after seeing their reactions. So like, what has been, aside from that, what's been the best part of this whole reno journey for you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it has been just that. It's been a journey. And I think, doing renovations on TV is such an opportunity. I'm so grateful to be able to share these renovations because it's fun. Like I'll be out shopping. Like the other day I was at Target. Somebody came up to me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're Jasmine." And I was like, "Yeah, hi," and they're like,
Yeah.
"I just want you to know that I'm on your email list and you sent me an email last week that had paint colors in it. And I painted my house one of the colors last weekend." And I was like, "That's so cool." Like,
Yeah.
wow. And I was like, "Wait, what color?" And they told me the color. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a great color." I was like, I did my mother-in-law's house. I painted her house that color, So like just being able to connect with people and know that the work that we're doing, yes, of course, it changes the trajectory of an entire family's life, but also that it's bigger than that, and that, other people are connecting to these projects and using the decisions we're making and the mistakes that we're making and all the different, just the connections that are being made. It's really cool.
And, I love that for every renovation, like I'm seeing you having so much fun, especially with the crew and like just getting everything done. And I'm wondering, has there been like one particular scene or moment that stood out from you, either this season or even across the 3 seasons of Help I Wrecked My House?
Oh my gosh. So this season, I have been able to bring my daughter a little bit on set. So she's 2. She's a few months past 2. And actually she turned 2 while we were filming this season.
Oh.
And, I don't bring her when the construction is like dust and loud and everything like that. But once it settles a little bit, for her to be able to come and see what I do for work has been awesome. And she's so into it. She's so receptive. She'll say, "Oh, Mama broke it." And I'm like, yeah. And then I'll bring her back and she's like, "Ooh, Mama built it," and like,
Yeah.
I think that's really cool to be able to hopefully inspire just the younger generation, and being able to bring her, and she's been on camera too. She's going to make some appearances this season. And she can talk now and she understands what's going on. So it's very cool to be able to share that with her.
Yeah, I love that she's like a little baby influencer. She has her own Instagram. She's got her great pictures. She's got reels and everything. She's doing very well for herself. It's so cute. Before I let you go, I know that you're so close also with Mina Starsiak-Hawk of Good Bones and even the Property Brothers. And considering your friendship with them and the family dynamic of HGTV, are we going to see you collaborate with them again, especially since Rock the Block was so much fun? And I love that pairing of you and Leanne and, Mina and Drew. It was just so cute. It was so great.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I hope so. The answer is I hope so.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, yes, we would spend every day together.
Yeah.
I know that, obviously Drew and Jonathan have so many shows at once. And so, and Drew has his new baby and Jonathan has his kids and his relationship. There's a lot going on. And then Mina has her show and she's super busy with that. The one fun fact is that her husband is a personal trainer and he does virtual personal training and he's my trainer.
Oh, that's so great.
My husband and I, which is really fun. So like every morning at 5:45 when I'm in my garage working out, I'm like, oh, like I'm so mad at him. But then by the time the workout's done, I like him again.
We love Steve Hawk at PopCulture. He's great. Like he is like,
oh, I love him.
He's super supportive of Mina. He's always like helping out. It's so great. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yes, I would love to do another big show like that and definitely at least see everybody, I think there's an opportunity there. So yeah, I hope so.
I hope so too. Fingers crossed, because I know that all the fans loved it.
Yeah. We just FaceTime. I mean, that's all we do for now. But and group chat always. But
well, let's do a fun group chat. I'm sure that's like so exciting all the time. Yeah, Jasmine, it is always so wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for your time today. Guys, for more with Jasmine and Help I Wrecked My House on HGTV, stay tuned to PopCulture for the latest.